Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Vitamin C Podcast. This is episode
19.
19?
19. Last one was 18.
It is episode 19.
And you might notice something different.
Well, hold on. We'll get there. Today, star date. It is currently June 4th.
God, you're doing the Christian shit.
No, just because
That's
I've been
what
listening
that
to
is.
that
That's
documentary.
exactly what that is.
No, his
He
is
goes
Captain's
so-
Log. His is Captain's Log.
No.
Sorry, hers is Captain's Log.
Hers is Captain.
Well, it was Captain. No, it's still Captain.
Is it?
Regardless.
Isn't that still Star Trek?
No, Captain.
Star Trek is
I think
Captain's
Stardate
Log
is Stargate.
and Stardate.
Isn't Stargate Stardate?
I've never watched Stargate.
I don't know. Fucking A. It's June 4th.
Fuck me,
This
it's
is
June
going to be
4th.
releasing a week from now, so it's going to be right before E3. But before we get to that,
Yes, I have.
notice the nice crisp sound.
There's a more podcasty feel in the air today.
The nice podcasty
So-
sound. It's nice.
I went out, and more so as an investment for future projects and stuff, I decided it would be a good idea to purchase the Shure microphones.
Yes, we have
the
Shure brand
the
mic
MV7s.
They're nice.
There's a drawback. There's a drawback. So the USB has all the functionalities. They can do both condenser, like XLR, and USB, which is good, which is cool.
Yeah.
Problem is all of the like utilities, like the controls on the mic and the live playback from the mic itself, is all only with the USB. So if we wanted to record with all that functionality, which we could have, then
I think we really need all that functionality, though. It sounds pretty crisp and clear.
well, that's
on its
only
own.
because also I'm really scared right now because I just forgot. I just remembered that I should have tested this more. But I essentially just for the viewers,
Well, I hope this
I
sounds
have
good.
two audio interfaces, both plugged into my laptop, and I'm using OBS to split the two off into one
Hold on. Just
audio.
wow, it picks that up.
It
That's
picks that up.
crazy.
I don't know. I tried leveling our mics the best I could. Like I said, there are drawbacks with not using the USB, but apparently Voicemeeter doesn't like good microphones. So
Right.
and just two USB mics in the same thing is a lot more hassle than I was willing to go for. So yeah.
But
But yeah, so just to put it like a preference or preface it, is that the word? Just to preface.
it. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah.
The podcast will be using these microphones from now on. The other microphones, the Audio Technicas, we're going to use for more gaming-oriented stuff and other projects in general. Speaking of other projects, we have a new idea for a little show.
Yeah.
We're not gonna like spoil it, but
No.
it's we wanna like
Consider it
like
a Cody training course.
a Cody
if you
training
will.
course for my filthy, dirty, horror-ridden mouth.
Don't get me wrong. You can go back in the podcast and you can find good examples of me not being
Plenty
the
of times
best.
Casey
Of
swears and
course.
stuff,
I
but
have a bad mouth.
I
too.
have the sailors, like the front part of the ship, the
bow.
I don't know.
The bow. I
I don't know. I have like a sailor's mouth, and I need to curve back on that. So this new series is going to be pertaining to that a lot,
Dude.
and we're going to be using not these mics for that, but the other ones.
These
Audio
mics
Technica.
pick up everything, dude.
They really don't.
Like even me just like opening my mouth. Like I can hear like the slight.
Oh yeah, what's right in front of it, it will pick up. But that's the cool part. Around it, it doesn't really pick up.
It's so weird. It's so weird
I think
hearing
it's really
myself
cool.
so crisply. You know what I mean? Like I'm not used to hearing my voice
Also,
so like.
Sorry about the last cast. It was a little out of sync because when we started, when we did the cold opening, quote unquote, I fucked up everything and I didn't really give myself a really good audio cue to base where the start was. So it's a tiny bit off from Ethan's audio, that or it was just Discord being Discord.
Right.
So yeah, But I was going to say, I was going to lead off with a few things. I did write them down because I really wanted to
Oh,
discuss
good. He's
them.
getting out his list.
This list. It's not really. Shut up, phone. Jesus, Netflix.
I guess
chill
really
out.
the big thing that'll probably take up a majority of this podcast
Is the E3
is
predictions.
coming up,
E3 predictions.
and we're actually getting it this year. We're actually getting E3.
Thank God.
So we'll be getting a lot of shit there. I was
Can't
thinking about having
wait.
like a watch party, like getting some people together,
It'd be interesting.
a little E3 watch party. Watch the because Nintendo Direct is happening day one.
Quick
Like
question:
like June 15th.
Who's all
Direct.
attending? We got
I don't
Nintendo.
know. I know we got Nintendo. We'll probably have
Is
Microsoft
Bethesda
and Sony.
there.
Well, I don't even know if we'll have Sony because Sony has like their like state of play shit that they always do.
Fuck Sony.
Fuck Sony.
I don't have
he
a
says.
PS. I don't have a PS4 or 5, so I don't care about Sony.
Dude,
that
I wish
much.
I had a PS5. Anyway,
I mean, it is what.
yeah, E3 is coming up and we're excited. We're hoping we can see some big news this year. Big one is Cody and I are very much hoping for Crash Bandicoot and Smash Bros. We're really hoping that our boy
We're
shows
hoping,
up.
yeah, we're hoping at the Nintendo Direct that our boy is picked, because if our
Mhm.
childhood boy is picked, I will be complete.
I'm waiting for a Running Man. I
This
don't
is-
have a emotionally attached Running Man in Smash Brothers right now.
This is the first. This would be the first if they put Crash in. That would be the first Smash character that I gave a shit about that they put in. Like, out of all the the DLC characters, I've never cared about the DLC.
Right.
But that's the only one I would buy.
Well, see, here's my big thing is I've probably said this on another cast already, but
Yeah.
any of my Smash mains I love to death, but I've never played any of their games.
Yeah.
Ridley, never played Metroid. Terry, never played Fatal Fury or King of Fighters. Sephiroth, I never actually played the original Final Fantasy VII.
Really?
The only one that I've really played the game for is Incineroar,
Yeah.
and I played a Pokemon game and I have an Incineroar, so that's the closest thing I have to actually having some sort of
Yeah.
attachment to a character.
Now, you said Microsoft's going to be there.
I don't know for a fact. That
'Cause
was a guess.
If
I would
Microsoft
assume
is going
so,
to
only
be
because
there,
they don't really have their.
Well, didn't they?
own-
No. They teased. They teased something about Halo Infinite, I think, or something. I thought.
People
I don't
are
know.
really on
I
the
saw
fence about Infinite.
what I saw. What I saw was one of the Fallout YouTubers was going on about a possible Fallout New Vegas thing, even though the icon for Microsoft's thing was clearly Halo. I was very confused by it because I didn't watch the whole video.
I don't know.
But-
We might get some Bethesda news, considering Bethesda is owned by Microsoft. So Bethesda's probably going to
sooner-
be there, but it's going to be there under Microsoft
The
because they were just recently
sooner-
purchased.
Starfield happens, the sooner I can get my hands on the Elder
Yeah,
Scrolls
we're
6.
hoping big news. We're hoping we get some more ES6 news, Elder Scrolls.
I just want to see the progress. I don't even I know it's still not going to be out for a
Oh, of
year or
course.
two,
I
but
don't-
I just want to see the progress. I want to see what they're doing, and because here's a big problem, right? Do you remember how it took years for Fallout 4 to come out, and when it came out, it was filled with overhype and it was shit for the most part,
I
in a
enjoyed
lot
it.
of different ways. Well, the engine was the biggest issue. If Bethesda, I feel like Bethesda has a chance to redeem itself under Microsoft because if they show us what they're actually doing and listen to our feedback, I feel like that could redeem all of 76 and all the merchandise sins
Yeah, we can
in
hope.
my
But here's
eyes,
the
and they
thing.
can start to rebuild their fan base.
Here's the thing. Right now, if you look at it,
It's a
let's
fat
look
if.
at Bethesda's two big
Yeah.
role-playing game franchises right off the bat. Let's look at Fallout and let's look at ESO. ESO, I say Elder.
Elder
Elder
Scrolls
Scrolls.
and Fallout.
Going down
Fallout
the
was
line.
tanked.
Going down the line, yeah, Elder Scrolls is going forward, and then Elder Scrolls Online comes out, and they got a pretty good line going down, and then you got Fallout who gets Fallout 4, and it's and then you got Fallout 76, and it goes, and
It
just
dead
goes
drops
down.
Because if you so for Fallout, they didn't have a great start because
No.
they really didn't know what they were doing. Me personally, I guess Fallout 3 isn't a great game, and
No.
people say it sucks, but I personally enjoyed it.
That's fine.
Of course, I had the Game of the Year edition and it had a lot of the cool shit with it. But I thought Fallout 3 was an okay game. Did I hate one big issue is I couldn't find the motherfucker to train me to use power armor. I hated that, and I was madly pissed because all the tutorials on YouTube were just non-existent.
Madly pissed.
Apparently, you had to go through the game to get it, and it just was like mad. But I really liked going through DC and being scared shitless that fucking super mutants and behemoths were around every corner.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of me, and I love that.
See, my thing is like everyone loves Fallout. Like
New Vegas.
everyone holds Fallout New Vegas, and like a lot of them hold Fallout 3 with like such good marks. I couldn't really get into Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, and it might have just been
Well, you
the way...
did get into New Vegas, but that was when you were
I did
younger.
get into New Vegas, but like when I look back at it, and like when I played 4, I think I
Yeah.
just prefer Fallout 4's engine over like the feel of the old one. Like I
Here's the
prefer
problem with
feel.
that. Fallout 4's engine is the same engine.
Is it now?
They, instead of making a new engine like everybody thought they were going to, I believe that's what it was. They took the old engine and they tried to drag it to a new era that it didn't belong in.
Either way,
I
I
think
enjoyed
it's,
the
like,
feel
changed, but
more
still.
in 4 than I did in 3 in New Vegas. I enjoyed the
be.
feel of the game more in 4 for some reason. But like,
Four had definitely a fuck ton better gunplay. When it came to physical gunplay, 4 definitely had like Call of Duty level gunplay,
Well,
and
yeah,
I
but
was
then
happy about that.
there was a lot of like quality of life changes with Fallout 4, where it's like,
But fuck that short answer shit. I didn't like it.
short answer shit, like when you would see it in
Your
options.
thoughts? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just your thoughts.
Your thoughts. Oh yeah, you mean like this whole sentence that I need to know what it says before I pick the damn option?
It just says like aggressive, and you're like, okay, and it's just like, you fucking dumb bitch, fuck you and your fucking stupid
No,
ass
it doesn't.
family.
It doesn't even
It's like,
say
oh,
aggressive. It says like the first 3 words of the sentence. It says like, "Hey, what if?" And then you're like, "Oh, okay. Hey, what if I have another option? Hey, what if you go shove your head up your fucking head?" Like, I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, I gotta reload the whole damn
yeah,
save.
I feel that. It's just a big thing for me with Fallout 4 is the fact that when I got a weapon, the bitch didn't just break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to go look for
See,
another fucking incinerator to repair my
I
other
had
incinerator.
that problem in 3, because a lot of the items I got were finite.
It's so weird hearing every little, like shuffle of my like jeans.
Are you just not used to the live playback? Is your game? Oh, your game might be.
Well, I mean, no. Like it's fine. It's just like when you listen back to this, you're gonna hear the shuffling of like my jeans,
Yeah.
like that, because I'm sitting cross-legged on this chair. You might also hear my breathing a little bit. My breathing's a little heavier. I just ate. But yeah. Fallout 4 was okay. It was okay.
Fallout 4 wasn't the worst,
It
but the
wasn't
story.
ground-
I
I
thought.
liked power armor in 4.
I thought. Me personally, I could go either way with it. I hated
Power cells.
power cells. I thought that was
Fusion cells.
shitty. I thought that was a bad system. I thought they could have done that a lot better.
Well, it's fine. It's just I like
Also-
the idea of power armor being a fucking like you step into a thing of power armor. I don't like it when back in the day you could just like throw
And
that
put
shit
it
on.
on. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I
Well,
move normally.
Back then, it was less like a actual like mech type armor, and it was more of a suit. It was more of a early models militant type.
That's the thing. Like I loved the whole like broad customization options you got with power armor. You could just get a frame. You could throw this chunk on here, this chunk on here, paint
But
this, paint that.
I'm gonna
get
be
upgrades for this.
100% with you, Casey. Though, when Fallout, because I don't know where they're at now, it looks like the development on Fallout 4 New Vegas is going really well. I'm in their
Okay, but
Discord.
what if
When that comes out, play that game.
I'll play
It will
it.
have Fallout 4 systems, but the story and everything you wanted to enjoy.
That would probably make Fallout New Vegas a lot better for me, is if it had the Fallout 4 feel of...
because most of my friends who say, oh, I could never get into it, and especially now because it's very outdated, I'm like, trust me, if you can get, like, even if you're not too big on the Fallout 4 engine and everything, like, it is definitely makes it more playable. The only thing
Right.
holding Fallout New Vegas back from people is the fact that it's old. It didn't age well. The story aged fine, but the physical gameplay did not age well.
That's my thing, though, because with Fallout, like, I think it's just, like, normally I can go back to a dated game anytime. Like, I can go back to an old game. I can have fun with this game
I
or
don't
whatever.
know. I
but
haven't
just
seen
for
you
some
touch
reason,
Dark Souls 1.
the way that, for me, Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 aged like cheese. And I'm just kind of sitting, not like a good
instead
cheese,
of
though.
wine, it aged like cheese.
It aged like cheese. It's like, I'm like, it's probably good, but I don't want to eat all that moldy cheese.
I can see what you're saying, because for me, for my perspective, because we started playing that, we've said this before, we went to your brother's room.
Yeah, sneaking in my brother's room to play Fallout
That's
New
where
Vegas.
my love came from. And then when I got the game myself, I played it. And coming from somebody who enjoyed it more than they did Skyrim,
Well, sure.
I see it as a rinse and repeat. And there's always going to be those problems with the original game that the modding community, if they release
modding
this,
communities
they're
can
going to
take
fix
a
it.
game like fucking...
Well, you even knew,
I don't know,
even the
but-
old game can have mods, and it does have graphical mods, but it only goes
It's
to
not
like,
just the graphical
it
mods,
goes
it's like
from-
the way it feels.
oh,
I don't
it's
like
very
how,
stiff.
I don't like how
It's
stiff you feel.
That's how I
hate that.
feel. That's how I feel about the Resident Evil games, and that's how I feel about Monster Hunter. That stiffness I feel is the exact same.
The stiffness, no,
It's
that's
no.
not the same
No.
stiffness.
It's not the same stiffness, but they're all the same. They all will feel stiff, and that at the end of the day, it is all the same feeling. It's just different parts of it.
Okay, at least in Monster Hunter, you can run around, you can get these cool moves in, and you know what you can do in New Vegas? I'll tell you what you can do in New Vegas. Watch me. I'll tell you what you can do in New Vegas.
Oh, he's getting up, folks. The fucking jog, and he's moving around without moving his feet, and then he's just turning awkwardly. Do the sideways run. When you're like, yeah, the vertical right, yeah, there it is.
That's what you can
It's
do.
amazing.
And that's why I don't like New Vegas that much.
But
It just doesn't feel
look,
good.
That clearly is not going to be in.
Oh, I forgot something.
You're gonna shit it in the mic. What are you doing? He's moving the chair. He's doing the jog. Oh, he did the half jump. He did the shit jump, and there was no sprint.
And there was no sprint. That sucked too.
That's one thing I wish they had. But that didn't come till Skyrim.
It just didn't feel good.
Now, if we're on the if we're on the topic about Bethesda games, let's shift off of the disgrace that Fallout has become, and let's shift over to the Elder Scrolls. Skyrim. It's a good game, but it fucking babies you.
Yeah.
To hell. And I swear to God, if the Elder Scrolls 6 babies my ass and gives me a golden claw with the goddamn combination of...
Bear moth owl.
If I have to look at the claws and do the stupid dungeons and they're straightforward like that again, I'm going to be upset.
Well,
Like,
they were kind of neat.
they were...
You get to the door and you're like, how do I get in this door? And you're
Every
like, wait a minute.
claw's the same.
Oh.
Every claw... It'd be one thing if they were different, but
They had
every
different
claw's
codes.
like this...
And they were all different
Hey,
colors.
Casey, here's a padlock. Here's another padlock. They have two different
But they're all
codes,
different
but they're
colors.
exactly the fucking same.
But they're all different colors.
I hate you.
I collected them all.
It would have been one thing if... Okay, you remember the dragon...
Priest mask?
Yeah, like, and how it was connected to the labyrinth and everything.
Yeah.
If they gave you like this mission where you had to collect all the claws and put it in there,
It gives you like a dragon helmet or
yeah,
something. Or like
and it
dragon
and it
armor.
did something really cool. I could understand the dragon claws being like something worth going out and
No.
finding.
They're not.
But guess what?
They open doors.
It's fucking
Some of them might open doors
stupid.
like to dragon priests, but like for the most
What's his
part,
name?
they're
How?
just-
No, not how it should have ended. The guy who does, the animations. Fuck. The They're very like stiff.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. Tyran something.
Something like that. And he does like he did the wake up, buddy. Oh, I got your toe. Like, but he even had like a thing where the Dragonborn goes through the thing, the Dragon Priest talking shit, and then skeletons get murked, and he's like, well, shit. Well, how'd you get through the door? And he's like, it was on the back of the key. And he's like, fuck. It's just, come on now. And I'm sorry, Bethesda. While I love the modding community, you need to stop. You need to stop with your paid mod bullshit to try to do that. And you also gotta stop. You gotta stop letting the modding community fix your games for you. I swear to God, if I see one more plant bugging through a wall or my bed, I'm gonna throw the plant at Bethesda Studios, like a potted plant. I'm gonna buy a little potted plant. I'm just gonna throw it at the window.
No, you can't throw it at them. It's just gonna go through the wall.
Oh, you're right. There's no physics. That's right.
There's no
collisions.
No collision.
That's
no
right.
Bones.
Sorry, guys. There's
nothing there.
Bring back that old me. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna throw it up on screen. The plant picture. The old classic. This must be a Bethesda.
Oh, yo, is that a plant? Can I get a bite of that plant?
Right.
Just bring it closer.
Odd.
Bring it closer.
Here you go.
Bring it closer.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Very nice. But yeah, we kind of got off the topic of E3. So,
yes.
What games are we thinking?
Maybe. I mean, we just had a state of play with Horizon, so I don't.
Horizon looks good.
I don't know if we're gonna see more Horizon stuff.
I doubt it.
We might see.
Well, they showed actual gameplay.
Yeah, we're not gonna see God of War Ragnarok stuff. We might see.
Wasn't that pushed to 22?
Yeah, we might see maybe some update shit on it, but we're not gonna see like a release date or anything this year.
Very disappointing.
That's also if Sony is part of this and not just doing their thing.
Back for Blood, didn't that get pushed back?
That's actually available for pre-order right now. At least on like PS4 it is.
Because Back for Blood, I know Blake's buying that for me because of, I think it was my birthday. He said he would get it for me. But it's basically Left 4 Dead 3, and I am so fucking hyped.
It looks so neat.
A lot of
we haven't
people-
seen gameplay yet.
but a lot of people said they didn't like the whole monster design, but that big motherfucker, that looks awesome. I am so fucking ready for
it's an SZ, bro.
I am so fucking ready for Back for Blood, though. That's pretty much an SZ, but it looks different.
Yeah, well. Yeah, Back for Blood, we might see some gameplay or something for it. We're probably going to see a lot of like smaller titles.
Yeah.
If we're talking Nintendo, a lot of people are looking for Metroid Prime 4. A lot of people are looking for Bayonetta 3, which I'd be excited to see.
Crash for Smash. Now, I know at work we talked about alternates. I would think the second possible one would be Spyro or somebody else.
See, for me, I have my runners. Right now, Crash is at the top of my list, and I want him in there in the worst way.
Well, I'm not talking about like your personal. I'm talking about like what you think would get in if Crash didn't.
Spyro, I doubt.
Really?
I only doubt Spyro only because he has like, unless they just shat out some announcement of a new Spyro game at E3 and then tied it into Smash.
Yeah,
he's not getting in.
That makes sense.
Maybe like if Crash gets in, Spyro might be like a little costume or something, but like I don't think he's gonna make it in. Aloy is weird.
I don't think she's gonna make it in. I don't think she'll make it in. She's been making it into other games like Fortnite, so I don't think she's gonna make it.
Yeah,
into
but
Smash.
guess who else made it into Fortnite? Kratos.
Kratos isn't in Smash.
No, but he's in Fortnite.
Well, Fortnite's just doing that. But who's in? Okay. Are there characters in Fortnite that are in Smash?
Ryu.
Okay, that's Street Fighter. That's one game. Capcom.
Ryu. I think Ryu might actually be the only one right now.
Chun-Li isn't in Smash, is she?
No, she's a spirit.
Doesn't count.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think
so
Ryu.
I highly doubt anybody who's getting into Fortnite is going to be getting into Smash.
But Ryu's there
for the most part.
So we don't know.
Yeah, but no. Aloy's not getting in.
I don't know. I do want Dante, but I don't think Dante is more likely than Spyro.
I would like a Ratchet and Clank. like Clank on his
That's
back.
the whole thing. The whole thing is Sony rep in Smash Brothers right now. I don't know if they'll be able to do that. Although, well, that's Square Enix. I don't know, because Cloud and Sephiroth, they're like PlayStation specific.
Or no.
Because you can't play,
Are
or
they?
can you? No, they're not PlayStation.
No, I don't
They
think
used to be. I think Final Fantasy VII like used to be like just a PlayStation.
Kind of like
title.
Crash was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think. I don't know. Maybe a Resident Evil character. Maybe
Why?
like Chris Redfield or some shit. Maybe
No, you know who I can see getting in? It wouldn't be Chris.
Leon.
Yeah, it'd be the cop.
Leon would be cool.
I'm not saying he wouldn't. I'm just saying if any of them would get in, it would be him. I feel like
He'd probably take the
I can
space.
physically see him in Smash right now.
Well, they are not only planning a Resident Evil 4 remake, but they are also doing Resident Evil 4 in VR. So I'm unsure if they'll
maybe.
tie that in somehow.
My
maybe.
only issue with putting, I mean, I guess that's, it's Resident Evil. It's big right now, and I can see it happening. But I'm holding
that would-
out for Crash because hold on, like come on, the
Well, they have
remakes,
to.
the planned shit, the music.
There's no way he would
Like,
fit so
he would
well.
fit
in the
so
Smash
well,
Brothers.
and not only that, but like, did you see the uproar of fans with the fake leaks or whatever? How they were like, Crash confirmed. They went ape shit for it. What in the fuck is on my floor? Hold on a second.
I don't know. It's crinkling a bunch. It's tape.
Oh, it's tape. It's the packing tape I have.
Yeah, I would like to see Crash in. I'm just trying to think of like what big things are going on right now, and I can't really think because like I'm thinking of because when Nintendo released Byleth for Smash Brothers, Byleth was a tie-in to Fire Emblem Three Houses, which was a game that technically didn't come out yet and was technically promotional.
Okay.
I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think Byleth was strictly like almost like a promotional character. But they're not
like Byleth.
Byleth isn't terrible. Like Byleth is a decent,
Byleth,
character.
the one that came out, we were all disappointed.
Dude, so many people were disappointed. Because then the big idea was the challenger packs would be for
People who don't have reps.
people who don't have reps. Like
And yet-
Nintendo wouldn't have like any person in these new packs. But then when Fire Emblem Three Houses and Byleth came out, all of a
Go
sudden we
back
started
on
getting
your
her. We got
word.
Min Min, who are both
Back on
Nintendo
your
reps.
word. Talking shit.
But hey, I mean, it's their game. They can do whatever the hell they want. I'm
They
not.
can, but why would you say that if... Well, again, it's
I'm
Nintendo. Good old
I'm not.
Nintendo.
I don't think Nintendo ever said anything about it not being, about it only being people who don't have reps. I don't.
No,
think they
what
said
I'm
anything about
thinking
that.
is the person who did say it.
I think that's just
then-
what everyone assumed. Everyone just
Oh.
assumed that was a thing.
Honestly, it just should have
At the end
been.
of the day, I don't care who gets in as long as they're fun. I'm gonna play them. But our hopes is that our boy.
I'm just telling you,
comes
if it isn't Crash, if it isn't Ratchet and Clank, if it isn't
It's
Spyro,
well, you see,
I'm not buying any of the DLC ever.
Okay, you see, here's the
That's just
problem
me
with
personally.
Ratchet and Clank here. The big thing with that is one, Sony's weird, and I don't know if Sony would want to have a rep in
Sony's a little...
Smash
anal
Brothers.
about
but
anything
also,
fun.
Ratchet and Clank does have a new game coming out for PS5.
Oh,
So-
that is a possibility.
But
Then if
here's the
Sony loosens
problem.
their asshole,
Here's the problem, though.
if Sony unleashes the beans.
Ratchet and Clank, was it Rift Apart or something? Or
Which
Rift
one?
Between Time or whatever. The
No,
newest
it
one
was
that's coming out.
the newest. I have no idea.
The one coming out for PS5
I have no idea.
specifically.
The one that I really enjoyed was A Crack in Time, I think it was called.
Well,
and it's basically
Regardless of that,
Clank getting his destiny.
yes, regardless of that, Ratchet and Clank, this Rift Apart or whatever, I gotta look up the title or whatever, but seems to prominently feature
Is that the one with the chick?
It prominently features a female Lombax. Currently.
There's already porn of it.
Absolutely.
It was horrible.
You can't release a female character nowadays. Without
You
there being
apparently
porn
can't
within the
release
next,
a
like,
fucking
0.9 seconds.
animalistic character either without porn of it. It's horrible.
But like my
My
worry is if they did another promotional thing with like Ratchet and Clank, they would throw in her instead of Ratchet, which I doubt.
Oh, do you know how pissed off people would be?
I doubt they would do.
Because
I doubt it.
Ratchet
but
and Clank have been around for 100,000 years, and you're just gonna throw this one game nobody in.
I want them to completely blow everyone out of the water and throw in Sly Cooper.
Well, of course.
Just completely
Sly
blow
Cooper is
everyone
your
out of the water.
your second like
He was my boy too.
your
Like
boy.
Well, you had Ratchet and Clank. I had you had Crash and Ratchet and Clank, and I had Crash
yeah.
and like Sly
Yeah.
back in the day.
And then we both kind of convened a little bit with Spyro with Skylanders and shit. I got
one
into
barely
Spyro, but I got into Spyro because of the DS game or the Game Boy game. I can't remember.
But yeah,
But, yeah.
if they do, that was my only worry with them throwing in a Ratchet and Clank characters if they not accidentally, but purposely
sense.
put the female Lombax in with Clank instead of
Yeah.
Ratchet. But it's okay. It's whatever. As long as she plays cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I
down.
just don't want it because I don't know. It's just I feel like that would be a slap in the face for Ratchet and Clank fans because it's like, great, somebody I'm never gonna play because I'm not buying the new game.
If any Sony or like ex Sony rep is getting in, it's gonna be Crash. He's like the headliner.
It's gotta be fucking Crash.
Because like even back in
We
the
are
day,
in the bad timeline if it's not Crash.
Yeah, that's the
That's the thing. Around.
everyone who's listening to this right now. If Crash Bandicoot is not released for Smash, we're currently living in the bad timeline. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We can get back on track. We just need to make right decisions.
We just need to make this right.
Make this right. Don't do me bad.
I don't care.
No,
It doesn't matter. I'm sure
it's a
whoever they
game.
release is going to be fine.
Can I segue a little bit off of E3?
Go right ahead.
So, I found out. I kind of had like a small realization today at work, like right around lunch, why I prefer movies over shows, over TV, over anything else, even over games. That's gonna show.
Probably.
It's because growing up, we didn't have TV or internet. We had do you remember when we cleared out when we were looking through like the cassette tapes and the fucking Brown Recluse was in the Blue's Clues? And then we
was trying
sprayed
to
it
find
with
the
Axe.
clues. He was
And
trying to find the
yeah,
clues.
and we sprayed it with Axe and it only got mad and then disappeared in the box and then we got scared and threw it out. But essentially, I grew up pretty much on VHS. Whenever I went out to Michigan, my dad had a VHS and DVD player, like the dual one or whatever. And I would literally just rewind old Disney movies and watch them and shit. And the same here, like
Right.
so like growing up, I didn't really have TV unless I went to my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And when I lived with them for like a small portion of my life, because I forget why, but it was easier on my mom, I guess, at the time.
You sucked.
You won't fucking fight.
We're gonna fight though. If we're gonna fight, it has to be quietly though.
We gotta fight ass to ass.
No, we gotta fight quietly.
Okay, here I go.
All right, here we go.
Ow, fuck, ow, damn it, bitch, cheap shot, fucking.
All right.
No, but I kind of had, and then for years, you and me bounced back between internet, and that essentially, at a certain point, cable and internet started getting instantly bundled together, and you couldn't have one or the other. And so whenever I had internet, we had TV, and whenever you had internet and TV, we didn't. It was kind of like on and
We would usually flip flop it.
it was flip flopped back and forth for a few years. But whenever whoever didn't have it at the time, movies were my life,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. So that's kind of why I really I guess I try to bug you guys more to watch movies with me because I'm like, I want to sit down. I want to have a legitimate movie night. Like, you know how we had the Walking Dead nights?
Well, we had like John
And
Wick
we,
night that
we,
one night.
we still have, I mean, fuck, we just had Castlevania night / My Hero nights. I would be down for movie nights. Like, I like movie nights.
Yeah. I mean, it's just that like no movies
But I can't do
nowadays.
Gossip Girl.
Huh?
I can't do Gossip Girl. I'll fucking die.
Hey,
That shit is horrible,
Come on.
dude. I cannot take those. I can't take those shows.
On.
I can't do those shows.
Who am I? That's one secret on there.
Stop it. You and Jordan can have those shows to yourself. I can't do it. It hurts my.
No, but
It,
like,
it gives me a headache.
there's just not too many movies nowadays that like when I look at it, I'm like,
That's the one.
I have to watch that movie.
I know. I'm like, I find myself like clicking through Netflix, Hulu, and any other service, and I'm just like,
I want to. You know what I want to
Great.
see? Did you see that Netflix? I don't know if you saw it yet. You might have already watched it without me. Netflix was pushing that Army of the Dead movie quite a bit. That one where it's like
what?
it's like a zombie apocalypse flick, but then like there's this group of like criminals who are going into like raid New Vegas. They're trying to raid Las Vegas and like get all this money during this zombie apocalypse.
No, I know nothing about it.
There's like pulling a heist.
I knew nothing about
I'd
it.
like to watch that one. That one might be cool.
Is it like a comedy?
I think it's like you know, horror comedy kind of like
Mm.
as
I'm iffy
Bautista
about
in it.
that stuff. Who?
Bautista,
Jesus.
Drax, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's got him in it.
I don't
sure.
know about those. Like I said, is it a show or a movie?
Movie.
Mm.
I think it runs for about like 2.5 to 3 hours.
I think there was a movie about like, I think it's called like Stalin's Death or something. It has Steve Buscemi in it, and apparently it's a comedy, and it looked really fucking funny.
That's
I
great.
kind of wanted to see it. It's on Netflix, but
This might be an unpopular opinion.
different opinions.
Yeah. If there's one type of movie that I can always go back to and like watch with like
Flushed away.
abso-fucking-be-seeing you, my friend. No.
I actually kind of want to go and watch that.
No. Not Hugh Jackman rat movie. No.
Damn it. Hugh Jackman is a.
I mean, I can always go back to and watch like World War II movies.
Yeah, you kind of like have a fascination with certain World War II.
Don't know why.
Like Overlord, you were interested in.
I wanted to see
I thought
Overlord.
Overlord
I
was
liked,
pretty good.
Frankenstein's Army. I liked a lot. It's just how it's
That
so
was
corny and
fucking
funny.
weird.
Then you got Saving Private Ryan.
I watched that recently too.
Uh,
Went through and watched that.
But yeah, just like movies set in like the World War II era. For some reason, I can always
They
go back
are
to.
like really nice to sit down and
Even-
like look because it's a completely different like.
even
thing.
like the first Captain America, even though it was like fantasized.
Yeah,
it was
it's
still like
still
World
like
War II era.
it's
and I was
like,
like
my
yeah.
favorite parts of that movie was like, holy shit, when he's back in time. But when it hits like the modern shit, I just
Well, that's
lose
the thing.
interest.
The whole first Captain America movie takes place like in World
that
War II.
That's why I found it like a lot better than the rest of the Cap movies because I'm like, yes, I got to see this era that I wasn't alive for, and I think that's where a lot of the interest
Even though
comes
like
in for.
their World War II, like
It
it's
was
so
a little, it's
fantasized,
so
and they got all
high.
of this like crazy
Hydra.
scientific technology
That's because
that
they
I'm
were.
using to create the most powerful weapon in the
Well,
history
that's
of the
because
world.
you had the whole focus on Hydra, which Hydra is a fictional.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah, it was a fictional thing to begin with, and that's just part of Marvel's like universe.
Well, they use
Goofy.
Hydra so they're not just filling the movie with Nazis, you know? Like
Even though
it's
they're
not
all
they're
technically
Nazis,
the same-
but
yeah.
they're Hydra. They're
The
this
Hydra
weird.
Nazis.
There's they're this weird Nazi organization that
Yeah.
goes and does all
They
this.
just
evil shit.
used the Third Reich as an excuse to do their shit.
I am
essentially.
going to use this weapon to create the most beautiful society known to man.
I wasn't really
What is
German.
this, Steve Rogers?
Duck
Are you
Dodgers?
here with a stupid fucking shield again? That doesn't even cover your whole body. I could shoot you right now.
Notify
Bang!
deflected.
Oh!
Yeah. Notify deflect. Oh! Fucking just get shot.
What is this, Captain America?
Honestly. You know what pissed me off? About the new show.
Falcon Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Good show, by the way.
Good show, but you know what pissed me off about it? They specifically said that, like, the whole reason Steve can throw the shield like that is because of the super serum soldier. So, this is coming from Korra, some guy. You can go and fact check me all you want, but it says the most difficult thing is to throw the shield and make it come back to him, like Steve does so flawlessly. The main reason for this is in his mind subconsciously. He calculates every variable and chooses the perfect trajectory to throw the shield. He, being a super soldier and having so much experience with the shield, makes it easier. But for someone else to do it, it will require hard training and a long on-field experience. In the real world, there are many people who throw knives, sticks, and other objects, even frisbee, accurately. So people can train to throw the shield properly, but it will require a lot of hard work and time. But in the end, no one will even come close to Steve in terms of his use of the shield. And that's from Bybek Baral, former head boy at SOS. This is from 2017. It's on Korra. You can literally just look this up. But I did see that there's a whole thread of people arguing why can other people throw the shield like that. And so I guess it is a debatable thing at the end of the day, and it's up to you guys if you want to delve deeper into this rabbit hole and just call out everything wrong that I do.
Well, I mean, come
And
on.
yet-
Something flying at you that quick and you reach out to grab it, it's going to, like, yank your shit. That's not
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the reason he can even throw the shield and it work the way it does. It doesn't work with physics. So the idea was that they said it's because of the super soldier serum doing it's giving him that strength to do ridiculous shit. But then you have the fucker, a U.S. agent. He can just do it right off the bat, and I'm like, no, you shouldn't let him be able to do that.
Well, no, that's the thing. Have you finished Falcon Winter Soldier yet?
I stopped watching the last episode we watched.
You can use Cap's shield without the super soldier serum. Like you even see
Shouldn't be
Sam.
able to.
You see Sam like out in his yard.
Well, he's a
training.
Oh no, Sam.
Sam's not a super soldier.
He shouldn't be able to throw it like that. I'm sorry, unless he has assistance from like the robot wings.
No,
Like
Sam
shouldn't be able
Sam
to because it
trains.
actually they disproved it, and there was a huge thing about like it's physically impossible to throw it and have it bounce off shit like that.
Well, of course, it's a fucking.
I know it's Marvel,
a comic movie.
but the whole cover for it was the fact that Cap was a super soldier.
well, yeah, I mean, it would be.
But
like,
then you gave it to like normal fucking people,
okay,
and then
but
they
like
can just do it.
the easy way would have just been, give the shield to Bucky.
Yeah,
Like that would have been the easiest thing to do. Just give the shield to
would have
Bucky.
been fine.
And like, but I like.
and then still Sam become Captain America. He just doesn't need the shield.
Well, no, the whole point of being Captain America is to have the shield. Dingus.
Bucky becomes Bucky again.
Bucky is still Bucky.
Bucky is no longer Bucky.
Yes, he is.
Bucky is the Winter Soldier reformed.
He is reformed.
Yeah, he's a reformed, but he's still the Winter Soldier. He's not.
He's not the Winter Soldier. He's technically like White Wolf now.
Oh, that's
Because
right,
of-
White Wolf. Sorry, he's White Wolf now. He's not Bucky. He's not the Winter Soldier. He's White Wolf. He is something else. But he still would be able to throw
I
it.
like Sam as Captain America. Though.
I do too. I do
And his
too.
suit's
I just
super
don't.
cool with the new wings.
I just think they shouldn't have allowed U.S. Agent or Sam to throw the shield without assistance. I think they should have kept
it's not
it going.
the shield is made of vibranium. It's not special.
That's the problem, Casey. Physics doesn't let it unless it's special. And because it's not
It's a
special.
fucking-
But they disproved it. It doesn't work.
Disprove what? The comic book movie?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Disprove the comic book?
Fuck you. You know
The
what I'm
super
talking about.
magical.
I'm just saying, out of
There's
all
a man
the
who's a
goofy shit,
big mushroom
no,
man,
listen,
and a man who
listen,
shoots webs
stop,
and swings
stop,
around.
shut the fuck up. First off,
I'm
leave
disproving
Spider-Man
your
out of this,
terrible
you
science.
asshole.
Your terrible science. You
That's not what
fucking
I'm
bastards.
saying. I'm just saying, out of all the goofy science and whatever, at least they always make an effort to cover up things with the goofy science. They didn't even attempt to cover this up with goofy science. They just said, yeah, no, anybody can do it.
It's a shield.
Okay, fuck it, fine. We're dropping the topic. We're segueing. Go fuck yourself.
Because you know you're wrong.
No,
It
it's
doesn't
not. I'm holding my ground. Go fuck yourself.
It doesn't matter. It's a fucking. Oh my god.
Okay.
It's a shield.
Okay. Well, here's a
It's
comic
not gonna
book.
float over to you and go, "Hi, I'm the Shield. Hi, Shield. You have to be worthy to wield me." Oh, okay, Shield. I need you to become a super soldier so that you can throw me in ridiculous ways. Okay, Shield, you got it. Juicing up. Come here. And then, yeah, no, that's not how that works.
It's Mjolnir as a shield.
That's not how that works. Like,
I mean,
Mjolnir,
technically,
sure.
if you attach Mjolnir to it,
I can understand Mjolnir. That
because
has
it's
reason.
special.
Where's the science behind Mjolnir, Cody? The fact that it's a Greek
The god,
god that can wield it?
it was forged to do so.
Oh yeah, where's the science behind the Norse god Thor?
You do realize that magic is just unexplained science.
Magic! Unbelievable. That's crazy.
It's still an explanation for the
Captain
unknown.
America's shield is magic.
Stop it. No, it isn't.
Because it's unexplainable.
Fuck you.
Magic.
Fuck off. Technically, it is. It's vibranium. Doesn't exist.
That means that
Vibranium doesn't exist.
Steve was magic. He had magic hands
everything.
because of the super soldier
Your
serum that
face
would allow him
sucks.
to throw the shield in just the perfect way.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I can't believe you're trying to rationalize not letting Sam.
Okay, that's not what I'm
Captain
saying.
America's
I want
shield.
him to be a Captain America. I just
You
said
just want him to juice up, is what you want.
no. He can use the fucking Falcon wings. You forehead.
Then he's not Captain America. Then he's just Falcon.
What do you mean? He has the wings when he's Cap. Are you stupid?
And he also has the shield.
Yeah. So use the wings on the arms to throw the shield.
That's not how the wings work. They're not hands. They're wings.
They're Iron Man tech. You telling me they can't turn into armor? That's lame as shit.
No. Okay. Here's what I'll tell you what the wings can do right fucking now. The
Okay,
wings are
give me a rundown.
essentially like a shield he can't throw. He uses them
I
to
know,
fly,
and
and he can
block.
curl them around things and shit, and he can shield people. And it's vibranium. He can, fucking shield shit.
Yeah.
But he's Captain America because he has Cap's shield. Whomever wields the shield is Captain
Okay.
America.
Anyways, segueing over to
Because he knows he's wrong.
fuck off. I am not.
He's wrong. But go on.
Not wrong.
We'll disagree that you're
Well, agree to disagree.
you're wrong.
Well, you're wrong.
I mean, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
We'll
I'm
fight
wrong.
again quietly. Oh, god damn my ribs. I got a little toasty.
All right.
So actually talking about kind of like a comic themed idea. Let me throw a hypothetical your way, son. Hypothetically.
If you were to juice up with this super special
Shut
drug
the
and
fuck
get
up.
magic
No, we're
powers
done
to throw a
talking
shield
about
at
it.
just the weirdest
Casey!
ways,
We're done talking about that shit.
would you do it?
Shut the fuck. I'm making a Churdley's joke if you couldn't tell.
Would you rather have wings?
Hypothetically,
shield for you?
girl, if I was a peanut and you were a nutcracker, would you crack my nuts? No, but seriously, what if we're the universe? What if we're a universe that, for instance, Marvel, DC, all
Or the
these-
universe that creates other universes.
Yes.
Is that because that's your theory that you go through all the time?
I like talking about that theory.
Okay, what
It's a
about
really
it?
cool theory. What if you were put? I'm going to run you through a few different scenarios.
Okay.
You are on a spaceship. You
Okay.
go towards an abandoned thing, basically alien isolation. What would you do? In would you be would you do you actually think you would be able to survive something like that?
Depends on how much knowledge I have.
Well, let's say you're in the same spot as Ripley's daughter,
So you're just telling me, what if Alien Isolation, but you?
essentially. But without all the like the future events. It's like it's you going through instead of her. So like
I don't know, man.
could you do
I'd
it?
probably just go in and the Xenomorph would go, son? And I'd be like, Dad? And we'd embrace.
Yo, facts. Straight facts.
But no, I mean, it's a fucking... Would
Would
you
you-
survive a fucking Xenomorph?
I'd be hiding in a locker every day.
Exactly. That's the same
So,
thing
yes.
I'd probably be doing. You're just
I-
hiding the whole time.
Honestly, when it comes down to like fight or flight, I'm usually more of a flight. Because if something is like 11 foot tall and like
Yeah, because your Resident Evil 8 gameplay
oh, you're plugging
is
yourself
totally
right now.
something,
You're plugging yourself. Hey guys, go check out
No,
his channel
not in
right
the
now.
stream. Not in the stream. When I just had you playing that one section, and every time you heard a noise, you ran to the locker and hid in it.
Oh,
Yeah, you're totally not flight.
I'm just used to horror games fucking me in the ass. But anyways, the idea is like, what would you do if you like got some bestowed knowledge of like, hey,
I would
you're the
probably-
universe that creates other. Would you stop yourself from making specific content, or would you continue to make that content for the sake of creation? Or would you just stop altogether?
What are you talking about?
So like,
okay,
horrible, like horror scenarios and terrible fates. Would you find mercy
if
and be
knowing-
like, I can't kill characters now because I
Right.
know they're alive?
So like, if knowing that
Like some Toy
I'm
Story
putting
shit.
these characters through this shit,
Yeah,
and like I know that they're actually going through this shit,
yeah,
I don't think I'd stop.
no.
Because
You're
at the
going
end
to
of the day,
continue-
it's essentially my purpose. Because at the end of the day,
That is your purpose.
because if I stop making things, it stops.
No,
But if I keep
are you
going-
going to? Okay, so that answers the question: are you going to stop altogether or not?
No.
But are you going to redirect things so that you now will not cause horrible?
But that's
fates?
the point of being a creator, because like you do this, you kill off this character, you do this, you do this. Wait a minute, but what if, boom,
You know what this also
B
leads
story.
into?
This character's no longer dead. Then we continue.
You know what this also leads into a lot, and I didn't realize. Don't give me that fucking
Cody's-
beakly smile, you piece of shit.
Cody's pulling out his tum tum on the podcast again.
Tum-tum. My scars.
Your battle scars.
From
Your battles with
gaining
little
weight.
Debbie.
My Yo, Libby, you say what you want, but that little bitch is so tough.
Little Debbie and the Mighty Hostess.
Lily? Yo, can I get a book? Fuck, no.
Okay,
But, fuck.
enough to calling Cody fat. Continue.
What was I saying?
Something about the creation process.
Okay, so that answers that question, but would you tiptoe around to avoid fates? And then you said that. Okay, yeah. So
If you
It
don't like how your
reminds
story
me-
is going, you can just make the story again.
here's
but different.
here's the thing. This really leads into something that I'm not really into at all. Supernatural. Apparently, the show went into this thing where there's this guy, I think his name is Chuck, and he's essentially the god of Supernatural, but it turns out he's a fucking writer. And he's just writing their
Okay.
story. And it's really weird because it comes to a moral dilemma of like, is he actually like a god, or is he just a guy who just is throwing these universes away because he thinks it's not good enough? Because that's what's happening in the show is different Sams and what's his face, I can't remember the name of the brothers, the two Winchester brothers.
Sam
Winchester?
and Dean?
Westchester.
Is it
Sam
Dean?
and it is Dean. Sam and Dean, they are essentially attempting to stop him in some ways. Is the last thing I saw. I only saw parts of it. I didn't really get into it, but the idea is like there's got to be a point, especially if you meet your creations. There's got to be a point where you are held accountable.
Of course.
Because it's like it's like if you met your creator and you found out that they weren't this benevolent, all-knowing creature and they were just a creature tasked with creating unknowingly or even knowingly creating, they would still have to answer for. But one of the things Chuck does is he doesn't let them interfere with him, I guess, in that way. Like he still has the reins, but he kind of puts on this like unruly god form.
I mean,
and I think there's like a moral boundary with that universal idea that we're the universe that creates it. And that's why I think if we are, it's definitely better to not know than to know, because then you cross that line and you can make bad decisions and fuck with worlds. If I were
to know that, like, let's say I had like a little viewing glass, right, and I'd look into it and I could see the shit that I'm making. If I could see the shit that I'm making, it would make me think twice before going kill.
Well, yeah, you would have like a moral thought, I would assume. Of course. I would hope.
At the end of the day, I'll have a moral thought. Like, I'm not just going to go start killing off characters left and right.
Yeah.
Like, if I can see it and, like, I see that it's real, I'm going to be like, look, they're going to do their own thing.
Yep.
Let them go. Maybe I'll go work on something else.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. But
then there's also the idea of what if when you're creating something, that's not you thinking of it. That's just you, like, unlocking a view into said thing. Like, let's say... like, I make up a character, Flimbob Belushi.
Flimbob Belushi.
I named him. It's Flimbob Belushi.
Sure.
But who's to say that I just made him up? Who's to say, like, I didn't
wasn't
just
part
catch
of the
a
universe
glimpse of who that is?
You caught it.
And, like, I know his name because I'm like, oh, that's Jim Bob Belushi.
Well, that's a completely that's like a 360-degree turn on the entire theory that, like, we're the ones that create it. What if we're the ones that uncover it?
Precisely. We're just the ones that see into that universe.
But then, would that mean we have an effect on it still, or no?
And whenever we make, like, a new story element, it's just another event that's transpired there that we now know, and now we are writing down. Though.
What about ones where we... okay, so here's the thing.
Some weird shower thought shit.
Yeah, this is some serious shower shit.
Sour thoughts.
Sour bots. Here's the problem. Rewriting a story or changing a part of the story. Retconning something. Is that just an alternate timeline?
No, it could be an alternate timeline, or it could be that's the point where you start playing God.
Oh.
Is when the story is made for the first time, and you see it, but then when you start revising, maybe that's when you start to change shit. Maybe. Or it's just, oh, wait, that's not how that happened. So then you have to go back and you have to change it, and then you continue forward. Like you're just, maybe it's like a rough draft.
Maybe you just make an alternate timeline.
It's like a quick. It's like a quick glimpse into the world. It's just like a, and it's like, oh, cool, and then you write it down, and it's like, but wait a minute, rewind. That's not how that happened. Then you go back and you.
What? Okay, what if this? Okay, I think if we were the ones who created it, or whatever, it goes. We look into this alternate world, but when we go back and change something, we create a new timeline for that world. So, like, you know how, like, okay, this universe had, or this, let's assume the multiverse exists. This universe has multiple timelines. Those are dimensions, I believe.
Sure.
If I'm not wrong. I don't know the lingo. But one of the other universes in the multiverse has its own set of timelines. And if they converge, then those are a new set of timelines. But at the same time, so, like, what if when we change something or rewrite something or retcon something, like all the different Batman universes, all the Justice Leagues or whatever, those are all, like, that's the multiverse, but then you have the different of the same when they take the same Batman and put him on a different track.
So what you're saying is, what if it's like your mind's melding throughout, like it's like that singular point kind of thing, where it's like the creative singularity.
Right.
But no, it's like this whole thing where it's like you, and then there's like multiverses of you. So it's like you, and then and you're all thinking about the same story, but each one of you has a different idea. So maybe when you retcon something, it's actually the idea of another you, and you're like, hey, wait a minute, and then it goes into you, and then maybe your idea switches over to the other one.
Well, I
It's like a
wasn't
link.
thinking it more like on our level. I was thinking on their level, like our creations level. So, like, let's say I made Batman,
But like,
and let's say I wrote a story for Batman,
well, that's the
and
whole.
then there's two types of Batman. Let's say one is like Lois Lane, and one is like Bruce Wayne, and then
Lois Lane.
but let's say I
Did
write
you
it.
say Lois Lane?
Yeah,
You mean Superman's girlfriend?
yeah. Like it's a different version of Batman, but essentially, you have stories for both of them, but then you change those stories. That's a new timeline for that specific one.
Well, no. Here's like the idea of like, okay, so we know Batman as he is now, but what if like, say, take one of our timelines, take a different one. What if like their normal default version of Batman is just like Flashpoint Batman, and then you go to like the next timeline over, and then a different version of our like Batman Who Laughs is their default Batman.
Their default Batman.
Yeah, so like take like the Batman Who Laughs for example. That's like their knowing. That's how they know Batman. He's like a horror icon or something. Like they know Batman as that. But then they start making this thing like, but what if Batman was like a crusading crime fighter that protected his city and like blah blah blah, and then they make like our knowledge of Batman, but through them it's something different. Like it's an offshoot.
That would be.
And then if you think of stuff that we create ours, and then that's our created things timeline. But then you go into a different then you go into a different us IRL timeline.
Yeah.
And then the one that they make is a different timeline of the thing that you made.
Mm.
So each and every thing has its own different, thing.
That'd be such a clusterfuck. I
It
don't
is.
even doubt that that's the case either. That could be a possibility.
And like, look at our timelines. There's a timeline already where I died 2 fucking years ago, and that's just where mine ended. But I am.
Why did you die?
I don't know. Figuratively speaking, I'm just said there's like a timeline
Well,
where I died 2
okay,
years
so
ago.
like every near-death experience or possible death experience you've had, consider that an alternate timeline.
Yeah, it's an alternate timeline where at that moment I died. Yes, but like somewhere else.
Yeah,
That's why I
there's
look at
another
this
you.
timeline as, okay, ours is fine. There's plenty of ones that are worse and plenty of ones that are better. We're just a standard middle ground, and that's just that.
We're not Earth 0, but we're not Earth
We're not at our best,
1 million.
but we're not at our worst. We're just
There.
right there in the middle.
Yep.
Along with like 2 million bajillion cuntillion,
Let me-
however much.
Let me do something real quick. I'm going to pause the cast.
Wait, don't
and-
before you pause it.
What? Stop it.
I don't know what I was gonna do. Go on.
All right, I'm gonna pause it real quick. Check on the recording because I have a bad feeling. Okay,
And we're back.
Yeah.
All right,
we're back. Sorry, I had to check something, make sure the audio was good, and the air conditioner's still going. Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm not editing that out. Fuck it.
Yeah, well, I
Sorry.
mean, I think we got pretty much everything we needed to get out today. We went on a little bit of a tirade. It's fine.
I liked our topics. I thought they were solid. Like my rock hard ambitions.
I thought he was gonna say penis.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Like a little beaver.
But no, it's been fun. It's been a
Yeah,
lovely
it's been
cast
good.
today.
Next week we are. I guess not next week. It would be the week after.
Next week
When
next
this
week we're
comes
gonna
out,
drop,
yeah, next week we're going to drop the real, true first
we're
official
gonna drop
episode
a
of the
real
Vitamin C
special
podcast.
spicy one.
So when me and Casey were, I don't know if it was last cast or the one before, I got Casey's laptop drive out and got the stuff off of it.
Old laptop.
We found the actual first recording of the Vitamin C podcast
We did.
that I never got to edit
Yeah.
and we never did anything with. So
If there's
that's
nothing
going
bad
to
in
be
it, we might just put it in unedited. But I think we might have to do some editing in that one.
I think we were like just really like stupid. So I think we just said like bad words like for fun. I'm gonna edit it regardless. I need to plug in your drive to actually get it off your drive. I forget.
That's fine. We'll work on it. You
But,
still have it up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you everybody for joining
Yeah.
us for another wonderful
Thanks for
episode.
watching.
It's been chill. It's been fine.
It has been fine. If you want to go check out Casey, if you can either go in the description below.
The only thing on my channel right now is Resident Evil 8
Gameplay,
stream.
which we got to upload the rest of it before we leave.
Oh yeah, don't we? Yep, we probably do.
But yeah, go check out his stuff. You can either find it in the description. You can find the rest of our social medias in the description. Also, other people we stream with. You can find my channel in the description. Or you can just go to the Vitamin C Podcast channel page and scroll down, and me and him are at the bottom. I'm Labless. He is...
Gunmetal Devil.
There it
That's
is.
me. Gunmetal is one word.
Yeah. If you want to find those channels, go sub, go do what you want. And yeah,
Man,
that was somebody got
dudes
honking.
be afraid to moan during sex, my guy. But I'd be up in my girl's ear like, hot dog.